My people, we need to talk. Oftentimes in life, we come to a point where we need to call things out for what they really are and stop pretending we don't know. All this drama you see surrounding the NaRRA bill is mostly symptomatic of fear. From the moment Dr. Holness presented the NaRRA idea, Mark Golding and the PNP developed NaRRA Phobia. NaRRA Phobia is the fear that a streamlined, efficient recovery process will make the current administration look too good. It would give the JLP an insurmountable legacy that would be hard to surpass, or even equal. It's a fear that a successful NaRRA will make Dr. Holness and the JLP the most impactful Prime Minister and government in Jamaica's history. It would dwarf everything we have done developmentally to date. The fear is real. It's a real fear to the PNP and those aligned to their cause. NaRRA Phobia is real. Because its development is recent, NaRRA Phobia has not yet been added to the Diagnostic Statistic Manual of Mental Disorder. Fortunately, our awareness of and attention to mental health in Jamaica has been growing appreciatively. It is important that we understand mental illnesses so we are better able to relate to those who are affected around us. In that respect, I will share some of the signs to look for in those struggling with NaRRA Phobia. Here are the diagnostic features of NaRRA Phobia. 1. Acute proceduritis. Acute proceduritis. This is an obsessive need to send every urgent reconstruction project to a joint select committee for further study until 2029. And this manifests itself in A. Focus on putting up procedural hurdles. B. Exaggerated attention to procedure while fully blind to outcome. The second diagnostic feature is success anxiety. This is an extreme nervousness at the thought of a streamlined authority actually fixing roads, building houses, putting in modern community amenities and infrastructures ahead of schedule. Frequent cause for delays, nitpicking clauses of the NaRRA bill, as we saw in Parliament, and endless call for unnecessary consultation. The third diagnostic feature is bureaucracy dependence. This is a physical inability to function without layers of red tape that normally stall national projects. And you can see this manifesting itself in how the opposition would ignore effective existing oversight mechanisms. They can't function without bureaucratic red tape. Mr. Golding and the PNP are hell-bent on pouring sand in the engine of NaRRA. They are not worried about corruption. They are not worried about NaRRA failing to deliver. Oh no. They low-key want it to fail because if it succeeds, it destroys the PNP and the opposition politically. But they are caught in a project-driven election trap. You see, the Jamaican voters respond positively to tangible, visible progress. People want to see new roads, houses, modern community amenities, and infrastructure. If NaRRA allows the Dr. Holness administration to bypass traditional red tape and finish nation-building projects in record time, the JLP could enter the next election cycle with an unbeatable "look what we built" campaign. For Mark Golding and the PNP, the fear is that NaRRA is not just a reconstruction tool, but a re-election machine to be feared. You see, opposition parties generally do well when the economy is struggling or recovery is slow. If the government successfully uses NaRRA to make Jamaica more resilient and prosperous, the PNP loses its strongest talking point. If the reconstruction actually works, the opposition's claims of government incompetence would fall on deaf ears, potentially sidelining them for at least a generation. But the PNP face the risk of being called obstructionists, which they have manifested. The PNP has a tight rope to walk. There's a fine line between principled oversight and blocking recovery. If the government successfully implements NaRRA, it will paint the opposition as a party that did not support the very instrument of law that rebuilt Jamaica and put roofs on the houses of Jamaicans. In this sense, the PNP would have committed political suicide unassisted by the government. Having voted against the NaRRA bill, the PNP has effectively tied its political fortune to the failure of the reconstruction effort. In other words, they have placed their bet against the success of Jamaica. Success for the country becomes a failure for their campaign narrative. Jamaica's loss is their gain, and that cannot be a good place to be. What this means for the PNP is that they will now have to commit themselves to taking every opportunity to sabotage NaRRA's progress by locking in on a campaign of downplaying any sign of progress with NaRRA. This would be similar to their campaign to discredit the JLP government and its success on crime and murders in particular. If NaRRA succeeds, the government will benefit from a natural gratitude effect that the opposition simply cannot counter. This is called gratitude psychology. Gratitude psychology, in the political context, is the study of how receiving tangible personal benefits from government creates durable emotional loyalty that goes beyond abstract policy preferences. It is particularly strong in disaster recovery scenarios like NaRRA. People will always remember who replaced their roof, who built their new home, who gave them modern facilities, who gave them health centers, who gave them new roads and modern community amenities. The PNP is clearly paralyzed by NaRRA phobia, and they are fully aware of this psychology of gratitude. They know it will inevitably benefit the government once NaRRA is implemented successfully. Still, the opposition's biggest fear might be that NaRRA creates a new way of governing that excludes them entirely. If the government can bypass the usual parliamentary checks and balances to get things done, the opposition becomes a spectator in the reconstruction of the country. To be shut out like this is even more horrifying for Mr. Mark Golding. You see, from day one of this new term for the government, Mark Golding has agitated for inclusion in government decisions. It is his way of appearing prime ministerial. However, The JLP has studiously refused to give him that platform. Mark Golding's future as leader of the PNP rests on the outcome of NaRRA. If he is still the leader in the next election due in 2030, the country will be whispering the question: if he was wrong about this, what else is he wrong about? The same question will be asked of the PNP MPs, whose constituencies will be rebuilt by NaRRA. If they were wrong about this, what else are they wrong about? No politician wants to be put in this position to explain why they did not vote for a bill that would transform their constituents' lives. You are losing when you have to explain. Constituency politics in Jamaica is personal. Being on the wrong side of visible delivery is a slow political poison. It is very difficult to shake off the label of being seen as the party that tried to stop progress once the buildings are standing and the lights are back on. If NaRRA succeeds, the government going into the next general election can say, look at what we built, while the PNP will be stuck with, we did not even support the bill. The PNP is in a pickle. It is facing political death, at worst, or at least an extended period of wandering in the political wilderness. In my last video, I told you that while the people were giving PNP Marlene Malahoo Fort a standing ovation in the parliament, the script for their political funeral procession was being written. NaRRA has passed through the lower house and will be passed in the upper house for certain. Here is what it comes down to. As the rebuilding of Jamaica begins, there will be a plethora of claims coming from the opposition. There will be numerous claims of corruption, each coming with its own flavor and style. Propaganda will form the daily diet of PNP bloggers, and not one of them will be complimentary, even in the face of an effective reconstruction program. So let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. If NaRRA succeeds, Jamaica and the JLP win. If NaRRA fails, Jamaica loses and the PNP will say, I told you so, and possibly claim a Pyrrhic victory. For you and me, we want Jamaica to win. We choose Jamaica above all else. We say success to NaRRA and Jamaica land we love. Thank you for stopping by. Please like, follow, and share. Thank you.